another Getting Real with Ashleydawn, and I want to talk to you I want to get real with you about expectations and appreciation. Okay, where are you going with that? Well, the past month, I have gone to birthday parties and engagement parties and weddings and baby showers, and I've been going to a lot of events for other people, and I've experienced all kinds of things, and I want to share that because I want to get real. On my channel, I want to talk about things that nobody else is talking about. I want to be real about it. I want to offer some encouragement, and then I just want to help you feel normal. I want to help you feel not like you're like you're not the only person that struggles with that. So recently, I've been going to a lot of events for, other people. And I'm a single woman, and I live on one income, and I work very hard, and I have 3 different jobs and side hustles, and I'm currently working through debt and working through all different things. Now, I'm saying all that to say every weekend, Saturdays are essentially my only day off. Every weekend I have spent my only free time celebrating and loving on other people. Not doing things for myself, doing things for other people. And on top of that, I've bought a gift. A lot of times they're smaller gifts, under $50. But still, as somebody that has one income, that struggles to pay her bills, that has one day off, that a lot of times that one day off is spent doing side jobs to help pay bills. I'm using my only free time and the little bit of money that I do have to show my love to others through me being at their party and me celebrating them, and then also purchasing them a gift, okay? Now, I've gone to a lot recently, but I have a lot of people in my life. I am a teacher, so I get a lot of birthday invitations from my students, which I love. I love when, my kids invite me to their parties, but I can't go to everyone. And I can't buy a gift for every party that I go to. So, recently, there was a couple different people that had said comments that were, kind of rude, kind of disrespectful. And I just thought about it to myself, like, they are expecting other people to be at the level that they are. A lot of my friends are very successful. A lot of them are married, so they have, 2 income homes. A lot of them maybe had some inheritances from their family, or maybe they got set up by their family, with a house or a job or a career, whatever. But they're expecting other people to be at the same level that they are, when that's not necessarily the case. Not every person in your life is at the level that you are, right? Financially, spiritually, emotionally, people are at different levels in their lives. And so when we expect things of them, when we expect them to come to our party, when we expect them to stop what they're doing to celebrate us, when we expect them to give us a gift and give us an expensive, nice gift, like you go to a baby shower and they have a diaper raffle. Well, a box of diapers is like $30-$40. And then they have a gift, and their registry maybe has only expensive gifts on it. Or they tell you that, please don't buy us things not on the registry. I did a baby shower for one of my friends, to which I said that I'd never do one again because I spent over $1,000 on this baby shower, and at the end she complained that she didn't get everything on her registry, to which I told her, if I wouldn't have spent $1,000 on this baby shower, I could have bought you everything on your registry. So anyway, but a lot of times people get mad because people don't purchase things off their registry. But if they look at their registry, they didn't ask for things that were affordable. People cannot afford to buy you a $300 stroller. That's a whole week's worth of work for some people. That's a car payment for some people. People cannot afford to go in debt for you. I've gone in debt for people before. I've put stuff on my credit card that I knew darn well I couldn't afford, trying to impress people, trying to give people, my best and give gifts with excellence. But at the end of the day, they don't care. I've went to birthday parties where I literally used my grocery money to get a gift for a child that their entire home was overflowing with so many toys they could have opened their own Toys R Us kit, Toys R Us store. So I'm just saying, and I'm not knocking anybody for this. If you are able to give your child toys overflowing, praise God, that's awesome. If you're able to, buy people $300 baby shower gifts, praise God, that's awesome. If you're able to, go out and do really great things for people, that's awesome. But I'm not. And my point is that if you're not, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not cheap for looking at the most inexpensive thing on the registry and purchasing that. You're not cheap. You're actually very thoughtful, because the people with the least often give the most. And I've lived that my whole life. I've watched that being lived. My mom and dad had the least out of a lot of people that I knew, and they were the most generous. Why would somebody that owns 3 t-shirts give one of those 3 t-shirts to a homeless person that didn't have one? You know what I mean? In the Bible, it talks about the widow's mite and the fact that she gave everything she had. God sees your obedience. He sees your heart. And so often we have all these expectations. We have expectations of ourselves and we have expectations of others. I'm really hard on myself in that I put really high expectations on myself. I want to give the best gifts. I want to be the best friend. I want to always show up for everybody. But sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can't give the best gifts. Sometimes you can't show up for everybody. Sometimes the budget just doesn't allow it, and that's okay. Do not feel like you're a bad person or a bad friend because you can't get a fancy gift for somebody. Do not feel like you're a bad person because you can't go to every event that you are invited to. Do not feel like a bad person. On the other hand of that, do not make other people feel like a bad person if they can't go to your event. Every year for my birthday, it's kind of funny because I have like a birthday festival, and every day of the week of my birthday, 7 days, I celebrate me. I celebrate my birth. And I do that because I almost didn't get a birthday. And then I do that because I have a lot of friends, and I understand that not everyone can do everything. So like if I just had one party, and say it was a bowling party, I normally have a bowling party. If I just had one party and it's a bowling party and somebody can't afford to come to that, well, I don't want that to be their only option. So I have normally one at a restaurant, and if they want to come, they can order appetizer and just spend time with us. If they don't want to come, that's fine too. I don't hold it against anybody. I don't have expectations of others that I myself cannot live up to. And I just wish we as people would understand humanity and would understand like, wow, this person is working 3 jobs and they're still showing up for me. They're still answering my calls. They're still responding to my text messages. Wow, that's awesome. They don't have to do anything for you. Nobody on earth, nobody in the world has to do anything. They're not required to do anything for you unless they're your parent. But a friend is not required to show up for you. They're not. They have their own lives too. They're not required to pay your bills. They're not required to get you everything off of your baby registry. They're not. If somebody comes to your party or somebody comes to your baby shower or your wedding or your insert event here and they don't give you a gift, don't make them feel bad about it, and don't think of them bad. Don't be like, wow, they came and they didn't give me a gift. No, instead say, wow, their little bit of free time that they have, they used to give me. Wow, that's amazing. They gave me the gift of quality time. You know, you look at a job, a work, you get an hourly wage, right? Maybe 10, maybe 11, maybe 12, maybe 15. Some people are still getting $8 an hour. I know it's crazy to believe, but it's true. And so you look at that and you're like, okay, this person was at my house on a Saturday, which is one of their prime time days. It's the only time they have off, for 5 hours. Well, if they were getting paid at a job, that would be $50 or $100 or insert amount that they would get paid. I'm a photographer. And so when I do event photography, I get paid $300 an hour for event photography. And so if I'm at a birthday party and I'm taking pictures, or even if I'm not taking pictures, even if I'm just spending time there, but it's a Saturday, that's my prime photography day. That's my prime side job day. So if I'm giving up 5 hours of my time, I could be shooting a wedding. That could be $1,500. So when you look at that and you're like, wow, that photographer came to my party. I have one of my really, really good friends. Her name's Taylor. She has Taylor Shea Photography. She's one of my most favorite photographers on earth. Even if she wasn't my friend, I'd still say that because it's true. When she goes to an event, it's not she's just coming to an event. She literally is giving of her time that she could be photographing other events. She could be doing a wedding. She could be doing a party. She could be whatever. That's a $1,500 gift she just gave you. Maybe she couldn't afford to give you a physical gift, but she just gave her time, which is worth $1,500 to other people. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? That her time is worth $1,500 to a stranger, but it's not worth anything, or it's not worth as much to an actual friend. That's why we got to switch our thinking and start appreciating, not expecting things of others. If somebody shows up for you, you need to go out of your way to hug them and tell them how much you appreciate them. Because they have a million things in their life that are competing for their time and their attention. And guess what? They chose you. They chose your party. They chose your event. And I'll even go a step further. If there are women that have struggled with infertility and they're going to your baby shower, that's even more valuable, because they're putting down their struggles. They're putting down their desire for a baby to celebrate that God has blessed you with one. Maybe it's a wedding and they're a single woman or a single man, and they're going to your wedding to celebrate you getting that gift from God that they've been wanting. They are sacrificing more than you even realize. Maybe it's a housewarming party and that person, lives at home with their parents, or maybe they live in an apartment and they wish they could afford their own house, but they're coming to your housewarming party and they're celebrating you. We need to stop expecting so much of people and just stop and appreciate them and say, wow, this person is in my life. This person makes an effort to be in my life. They show up when I invite them. They choose me over all the other things in their life that they could be choosing. They choose me. They choose my friendship. We gotta stop, well, they should have done this. They should have done this. They should have done that. No, that's an expectation. And would you yourself have done that? If you would, great, wonderful. But if you wouldn't, how can you expect something of others that you wouldn't do for them? I teach my preschoolers to treat others the way that you want to be treated. If you want somebody to go out of their way to do something for you, go out of your way and do something for them. If you want people to give you grace and to appreciate you, go out of your way and appreciate them. It's so easy to have requirements for other people, but it's so hard to live up to those same requirements yourself. I'll say it again for the people that didn't hear. It's so easy to have requirements for other people, but it's so hard to live up to those same requirements for yourself. There are people in the world that are living paycheck to paycheck, that are eating ramen noodles every single night of their life. 10-cent little packages of ramen noodles that have no nutritional value whatsoever, that are going out of their way to show up for you at parties, that are going out of their way to be a good friend to you, that maybe are using the last dollar in their wallet to get you a gift. The least you could do is be appreciative. And then open your eyes and open your mind and realize that not everybody lives the way you do. Not everybody owns their own house. Not everybody has a savings account. Not everybody has investment properties. Not everybody has parents that can bail them out when they get in a tight spot. Not everybody has a career where they're making 6 figures a year. Understand that some people are really, really struggling And if you have people in your life that are really, really struggling, like, one of the things I think is funny is, we have parties for people that are getting married, that are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on a wedding. We have parties and we buy gifts for them. Then we have baby showers where, again, a party where we buy gifts for people that are having babies. All these parties are for people that are getting ready to get tax breaks, right? You get a deal on your taxes if you buy a house, if you get married, if you have a baby, like you get money back on your taxes for that. But meanwhile, if you're single, you ain't getting no tax breaks. If you are renting an apartment, you ain't getting no tax breaks. When you look at the people that need the help the most, there's not parties for newly, homeless. There's not parties for struggling with student loan debt. I know Marissa will be shouting that one out. There's not parties, that they bring money and they give you to help you pay off your debt. There's not parties when your light bill gets turned off that people give you gift cards to get your lights back on. You know what I mean? So my point is, I'm kind of going off, but my point is that you would really look around you and see, like, is there somebody in your life that you can be a blessing to? Maybe there's somebody that's struggling with debt that you can give a gift to. Maybe there's somebody that is struggling with infertility that you can pray for. That you can say, hey, I know you came to my baby shower and I know that you had several miscarriages, and I just want to let you know I really appreciate that sacrifice that you made for me. I really appreciate that thing that you did for me. I know that it wasn't easy, but I appreciate you. That person that, took off to go to your event. Maybe they're a photographer and they took a weekend off to come to your wedding, that they could have been shooting a wedding at that time. Thank them and say, hey, I know that you sacrificed financially to be at my wedding. Hey, I just want to let you know that I really appreciate what you've done to be a part of our day. Just go out of your way with appreciation for people. You don't realize what a gift that will be to somebody. Seriously. Spoil people with appreciation. Let them know how special they are to you. Let them know how much you appreciate them. You will never regret appreciating people. I just wanted to talk about this because I have felt bad when I've looked at registries and I haven't been able to buy fancy gifts for people. I have felt bad when I, have went to a wedding and maybe not been able to get a gift at all. Maybe gone to a housewarming party and not been able to get a gift. Maybe not even been able to go somewhere because I work all the time. And I have felt so bad about that. And I have felt shame, and like, oh, I'm the worst friend ever. And I just want to let you know, you're not alone if you felt that too. Your worth is not dependent on how nice of a gift you can or cannot get for somebody. If you have a heart that wants to give but can't, I just want to commend you. It's the thought that counts. It really is. If you are making it a point to celebrate people in your life at the expense of yourself sometimes, I'm not encouraging that, but if you're doing that, I just want to let you know that's beautiful. That you have a heart that is so giving and so loving, and God sees that. And my prayer is that your friends and the people in your life would see it too, and they would show you the appreciation that you deserve. I love you. You're not alone. You are seen, you are celebrated, and you are loved. I know that life, especially this year in 2020, is a struggle. A lot of us are on that struggle bus, riding that hot mess express, choo-choo, and you're not alone. If you get nothing else from this video, I want you to know that you are not alone. We all go through stuff. We all go through junk. You're not alone. I love you. More importantly, God loves you. He's got big plans for you. Don't ever forget how special you are. Catch you in the next one.